Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we will discuss about the topic we had discussed earlier. We were discussing anti-rheumatoid drugs. So we also known as DMARDs, which are classified into two types. One is non-biological drugs and one are biological agent. So in the previous videos we had discussed about non-biological drugs, and in this video we will discuss about biological agents. Okay, so lately, several recombinant proteins, monoclonal antibody that bind to and inhibit the cytokines, especially TNF alpha and interleukin 1s, they has been produced. Okay, they are beneficial in autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, and scleroderma psoriasis. So we should discuss about some uh, specific inhibitors. Okay, so now we will discuss about TNF alpha inhibitors. So TNFs, the cytokine, they play a very important role in the inflammatory cascades of rheumatoid arthritis. This cytokine TNF alpha, it activates the membrane bound receptors on the surface of T cell macrophages. The receptors are TNF R1 and TNF R2. Okay, and the exogenously administered soluble TNF receptor protein or antibody, they can neutralize it and interrupt the reaction. So TNF alpha inhibitors, they mainly suppress macrophages and T cell functions, and the inflammatory changes in the joint regresses, and also new erosions are also slow. They are generally added to methotrexate when response to the methotrexate is not adequate or we require a rapid action in progressive cases. So now we will discuss about another drug, that is etanercept. It is a recombinant fusion protein of TNF receptor and FC portion of human immunoglobulin G1, and it is administered 50 mg subcutaneously injection weekly, and it bind to and prevent TNF alpha from activating TNF receptors on a membrane of T cell and macrophages. And there are some side effects like pain, redness, itching, swelling, which occur at injection site, and chest infections may be increased as well. So now we will discuss about important drug, that is infliximab. A previous year question has been asked on it. So these are chimeral monoclonal antibodies which binds and neutralize TNF alpha, and 3 to 5 mg per kg is infused intravenously every 4 to 8 weeks. And there is an acute reaction in which fever with chills, urticularia, bronchospasm, and occurs. This acute reaction occurs after infusion. May occur. Okay. Now we will discuss about another drug, that is adalimumab. It is a human monoclonal antibody, anti-TNF antibody, and it is administered subcutaneously 40 mg every 2 weeks. And the combination with methotrexate is advised to improve the response and decrease the antibody formation against it. So we will discuss about some more other biological agent like anakinra. It's a recombinant human interleukin receptor antagonist, and it is a very slow efficacy, and it is rarely used for um, rheumatoid arthritis, and indicated in cases which are failed on one or more DMARDs. Okay, after that we use anakinra, and the dose is 100 mg subcutaneously daily. Now the another drug, that is abatacept. It is a recombinant combination of FC portion of immunoglobulin G and T cell inhibitory receptor, that is CTLA4, and it bind to CD80 and 86 and prevent the second signaling for the co-activation of T cell, and it is approved in a use in the moderate or severe cases of rheumatoid arthritis. It does not responding which the cases which are not responding to methotrexate. Okay, now we will discuss another drug, that is rituximab. This chimerized monoclonal antibody. It depletes the B lymphocyte, ठीक है, and indicated in the B cell lymphoma. It has been combined with methotrexate for treating active rheumatoid arthritis, not responding to methotrexate plus alpha TNF alpha inhibitors. We will also combine rituximab with them. Okay, now we will discuss about corticosteroid. They have a potent immunosuppressant and anti-inflammatory activity, and they can be used at any stage of rheumatoid arthritis, mild, moderate, etc., with first and second line drugs. If potent anti-inflammatory actions is required, while we can continue NSAIDs or DMARDs, etc., we can use them at any stage of rheumatoid arthritis, but they don't arrest the rheumatoid process. They only have a symptomatic relief. Okay, though joint destruction may be slowed and bone erosions may be delayed. And the long term use has many disadvantages. One is either we are using in a low doses like 5 to 7.5 mg prednisolone are used, plus NSAIDs are also used in this manner. It is difficult to withdraw the steroid and patient will become steroid dependent. And if we are using high dose, which are employed over short period in cases in severe systematic manifestation in which organs are involved and vasculitis. Okay, and in the case with single or a few joint involvement with severe symptom, intra-articular injection of a soluble glucocorticoid afford relief for several week joint damage and may be slowed. Okay, this procedure should not be repeated before 3 to 4 months. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel.